Hello guys, welcome to the video. I am back, your mother's favourite streamer, your mother's favourite YouTuber now in fact. I wanted to share some ideas I had for possible future factions for XDefiant. Disclaimer before we do so, this style of video is heavily influenced by some of my favourite channels like Auspex Tactics and Mordian Glory. Both great Warhammer YouTubers. Definitely go check them out. I'll put their links in the description. I am not a game designer or designer at Ubisoft or working on XDefiant, so nothing I say here is fact. I don't own the IPs, I don't work on them. This is just a fan and a game design student putting some ideas out into the world, seeing what you guys think. These are not leaks. These are personal opinions, and I want to see your ideas, any changes you would make in the comments. So let's get into this. My idea, the SAS faction. You may say if you come from Siege, well, we can't. We already have Thatcher's EMPs, we already have Mute's MP5, we already have Smokes and Sledge's M10 shotgun in a way, and I say yes we can. It'd obviously be our second Rainbow Six Siege faction, and you go, well, we've just had one, we just had the GSK. This would definitely have to be a year 2 content drop, if not year 3. It would be another defensive, more area of effect faction than the GSK. This would be because the activated abilities being the smoke canister, a throwable smoke grenade that deals damage to people engulfed in it, and the mute jammer, which would be a static EMP device that the player places that would destroy electrical deployments in the area. If we go back to the smoke canister for a second, it should last about 15 seconds, dealing about 10 damage per second. It'd be a single grenade that the player has access to. They throw it out, they can then press the ability button again to trigger it. This would create a smoke cloud, a semi-opaque orange smoke cloud that when entered would deal damage, and then after 15 seconds would dissipate, leaving the area back open for the players. They obviously can still walk through it. The mute jam on the other end is as I said, a static EMP. This would be a great counter to phantom shields, the spider drone especially, and the cleaner drone, depending on how high up the bubble, like the area of effect the jammer has. Maybe you can counter it by sending the drone over the top. This would help counter the unfun spider drone as it paths towards you, runs through the area and destroys itself. But it also helps hold down areas from like people placing shields, people walking into it and trying to shoot their shields out of it. Because they'll act like an EMP, you won't be able to activate your abilities in the area, you won't be able to place your abilities in the area. And it acts like barbed wire on its deployment account. Recently we've just seen the barbed wire be added. This is an ability that you get one, after a few seconds you get another one, after another amount of time you get another one, and it keeps going like that, and it just deletes the first one and moves to the next one as you cycle through this system of 3. I think that'd be great. I think it'd help hold down the area. It acts as a great counter. But then you might say, well, for those who come from Siege, you go, well, there's nothing else that can really work then. Those are the two main things, as we already have EMP grenades. What can be the ultimate? And I say sledgehammer. Yes, you heard it here. Let's bring the sledgehammer into XDefiant. It'd be one of the most fun concepts for the game, great for Christmas or Halloween seasonal events. And go, but how? They just pull a sledgehammer out? That's so weak, that'll do nothing. We increase the health, 200, 500-ish, should be great. Something that you can still die quickly, you can still die pretty decently too, but not like, oh, I've spawned the hammer, oh, I'm dead again. We also want to increase the speed, so he's faster than pistol running, so about 1.2, 1.3 meters per second. That means you can chase down your targets, you can get to the place that you need to. And with this hammer, we want to make it about a one-shot kill, so I'd say about 140, 150 damage. So it counters phantoms, it counters everyone. One's boink to the head, and they're done. But then you say, well, that's a stretch, Lynx. That's really a stretch. What could the passive be? And that I agree with. That's a hard thing. They're not as easy to put a passive on like the GSK were with a massive helmet or DedSec with printing new stuff. So I say extra ammo. They are clad in this tactical gear. They are the SAS after all. So let's give them extra ammo. 2 extra mags for their weapon. The downsides, yes, you go, well, what's the point of having an extended mag then? I say frees up the space. You could still put a fast mag on so you reload faster, or extended mag so you have more ammunition from this, but it means you don't need to use the fast mag isn't a necessity with the extra 5 bullets and reload. But the only downside with this ability is it'd be really strong for LMGs, because I don't say we go, oh well, it's 2 mags for everyone else, but LMGs it's only 1. No, I think it should be pretty much across everyone. As well as that, it's bad for players who die regularly. You're not going to see as much use, or if any use from it, if you aren't regularly hitting the end of your mag, or close to the end of your mags anywhere. So it's very dependent on when it's accessed. However, I think the good sides of this outweigh the bad. It'd be great for TDM players, or people who are needing to use their guns to level them up. You have those extra 2 mags. That's anywhere from 10 extra shots with a sniper up to 80 plus with LMGs. So it makes them last longer. You can hold areas down better. If you're playing stuff like Escort, you don't have to run to the payload to refill as much. I know I do that a couple of times a game, here and there. And it's the more dangerous where you're holding down a spot and you're like, oh, come here, come cover this area while I go get the payload to reload, or come here while I throw myself at the enemy to reset. But then you can't just say, oh, here's the ultimate, here's a passive, here's the abilities. We need to add something that can come with it. We can't just say, oh, add this faction. We need to say, add this content. So, we'll continue with the faction. It's the SAS. It'll continue to be about 700,000 XP to unlock the first character and the abilities. To unlock the second operator, I'd say about 25 devices destroyed with a mute jammer should be enough. Operator 3, we would see 50 kills or assists with a smoke canister. It'd be a harder challenge like the firebomb is for the cleaners. But also we want to see 3 new weapons. For people coming from Siege, they're not exactly the same. The HK-33, the low mag capacity but high damage assault rifle. So it'd be about 25 bullets, but that bridge between a DMR and assault rifle, close to the assault rifle range obviously. Then a Mach-10, that could either be an SMG or a secondary SMG, depending on which way they want to go. It is a secondary SMG in Siege. This Mach-10 would have a high recoil, but really good fire rate and magazine size. Then also I'd say the L85 LMG instead of the L85 assault rifle, because then it can bridge that gap between assault rifles and LMGs, like they've done with the MDR and Lavoa, which we've seen many people see as the bridge between assault rifles and SMGs. These will be the assault rifle bridges to other weapon classes. Obviously, it's more than likely they're going to come from the Battle Pass, so we got to say where they're going to come. I'd say level 20, 40 and 60 respectively. We reduce the upper ends of them down so they're slightly easier to unlock than the 50 and 80 scene with the sniper and secondary shotgun of Season 1. But I'd also say C4 as a new device. Like the smoke cancers you throw, you can then set the ability button again to activate it and blow it up. This would be a great new device that we didn't see a new device in Season 1. I'd say bring that level 30 on the battle pass, so it's for people who buy the plus 20 tiers, it's boom, new weapon, 10 tiers, boom, new device, 10 tiers, boom, new weapon. Then you slow it down a bit and it's like tier 60, boom, new weapon, then you have like tier 80 skin, tier 90 skin. So that's my ideas for the faction. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like and comment if you enjoyed. Tell me your opinion of this faction idea and whether you'd like to see it in the game. Check the descriptions to Auspex tactics and the other influential sources of this video type, and also my other socials such as Twitch, and probably the Insta will go on there as well. If you ultimately disliked this video, I completely understand. It's my first type ever doing this, so please dislike the video and tell me why in the comments. I want to be down there and I want to have a conversation about this idea, whether we want this, whether we will see this, and ultimately whether the idea is any good. Other than that, I hope you have a great day or great night, wherever you're watching this video from. And I've got a few more ideas, mainly for Siege factions, but I will branch out to Division and some of the other games I've played, some of the other Ubisoft IPs that I have ideas for. I hope you have, as I say again, hope you have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!